welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. General transfer rumours, news and updates for Thursday the 17th of August. Remember, like and subscribe. Remember, there is a little quiz question just for fun in the community section of the channel, and also there are a number of videos such as Gustav Lagerbielke's Celtic TV interview from yesterday, a few videos regarding the women's team, and also some scouting videos regarding our left back target Quinton Merlin, and also the other potential signing of Daniel Podence from Wolves, all in the community section. So I think the most important part of news today is the very good news that Gustav Lagerbielke has signed a 5-year deal, transfer worth around £3 million, and I have done a short video specific to that earlier today. The other big news is that Celtic are in negotiations with Rio Hatate and Lawal Abada with the intention of extending their contract and also increasing their weekly wages. I think this is great forward planning by Celtic. Both are still young players, and securing them for a longer period at Celtic, and also rewarding them for their 2 excellent seasons so far for Celtic are both very positive moves. And I think it would be, if those two contract renewals do go through, it would be almost as if we've signed 2 new stars to cover positions we definitely need. And I think also very important to reward your star players with improved contracts, as was the case a few weeks ago with Kyogo and Dyson Maeda, and earlier with CCV and Callum McGregor. I think if we could sign them, this would be a massive boost for the club. As we know, Rio Hatate unfortunately is going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, which would take him most likely up to the international break. And so likely his first game back would be the Dundee match after the international week break is finished. And so unfortunately going to miss the Old Firm match at the start of September. I think this would be a perfect opportunity to put Thiago Holm into the team as a starter. I think he has shown great promise and great qualities in the 2 substitute appearances so far this season. And I thought our first half midfield performance at Aberdeen on Sunday was rather anemic and disjointed, and Celtic were much improved when Rio Hatate came on for Turnbull at half time, and this was maintained largely when Thiago Holm came on after Hatate's injury. I think Holm, O'Reilly and McGregor will form a very good central 3 partnership. I think all of them have that ability to tackle, intercept, see the game, see a great pass, and link defence and attack. I would hope that Brendan Rodgers gives Odin Thiago Holm the reward of a starting place against Kilmarnock on Sunday. And I'm sure this will be a great success. Similarly, I think it would be best not to risk CCV if his hamstring is the least bit troublesome, as hamstring injuries tend to be recurrent unless you get them fully healed initially. It sounds like it's a very minor tweak or tear in his hamstring. Such injuries do settle down within a few days, up to a week. However, the last thing we need is for him to play on Sunday against Kilmarnock and tear the hamstring more severely and be out for a month or two, which will impact on the Old Firm match and then the start of the Champions League. So I think Celtic should take the opportunity to give Lagerbielke his debut at central defence alongside Mike and Nerve Rocky, and ensure that Carter Vickers is fit for the first Old Firm match. And of course, Lagerbielke was halfway through the Swedish season with Elfsborg, and at that point, Elfsborg were top of the Swedish top division. Another option is playing Lagerbielke as a right back in place of Tony Ralston, who I did think improved his performance a bit against Aberdeen compared to the last week before at Ross County. However, other options would be Stephen Welsh at right back or Tomoki Iwata. However, I think we should go for a double Scandinavian replacement on Sunday against Kilmarnock with Lagerbielke and Holm both as starters. Other news that is likely to go through in the next 24 hours is that Bozen Lawal, our young defender in the B team, is poised to sign a new extended deal, similar to Ben McPherson and Ben Summers, and then is expected to go on loan to Fleetwood Town, currently managed by our ex-great player Scott Brown, going on a loan for 1 year there, joining also Adam Montgomery, who is already there on a season-long loan. I think it's important to give our talented B-team players first-team experience. It worked exceedingly well for Callum McGregor a number of years ago when he went to Notts County, and McGregor felt that was a very large part in his career progressing so quickly, in that he had that experience at Notts County as a first-team player at such a young age. On a similar tone, negotiations carry on with Rocco Vata, one of Celtic's most talented young players and a star of last year's B team. He appears more reluctant to sign a new contract and extend his Celtic deal, and is being scouted and followed by a number of European clubs, primarily Torino in Italy and Club Bruges in Belgium, who of course are managed by our ex-manager Ronnie Dahlia. In interviews, Dahlia said that he was closely following Rocco Vata's career and closely following news regarding his re-signing at Celtic, and also negotiations with Rocco Vata's agent. I would be very keen that we do sign Rocco Vata to avoid the same situation we had with Morrison and Doak, both of whom disappeared off for very small compensation fees to elite European clubs. No update on potential moves for Daniel Podence or for Ryan Fraser. Ryan Fraser said to be interested Leeds United and a number of English Championship clubs. And I am not convinced either Podence nor Fraser really are good options for Celtic, given their age, both into late 20s, and also their incredibly high wages currently being paid to them by those two English Premier League clubs. A much better option for Celtic to spend £7-8 million will be Quentin Merlin, the 21-year-old French left-back at FC Nantes. He has been listed as one of Europe's best young players and a player to watch this season. He comes with a very good reputation and excellent stats, and at 21 has already played over 60 first-team games in Ligue 1, and last year in Ligue 1 he averaged a 6.92 out of 10 for his performances, and so clearly a very good, consistent performer. He also, despite the fact that he is 5'7", has a very high percentage for winning challenges in the air. And over the last season for Nantes in Ligue 1, he averaged 1.5 chances created per game, and is noted to be a player of pace, tackling strength, good anticipation, very intelligent and clever, good on the ball, and has an excellent cross and excellent long passing as well. And also last season in Ligue 1, he had very high statistics for tackling success and interception success, both of which will be critical in defence for Celtic, and appears to be a player equally adept in the defensive part of his game, but also as an attacking threat. Very similar, I think, to Andy Robertson of Liverpool and Kieran Tierney, our great player, now currently at Arsenal, although rumoured to be on his way to Newcastle instead. Quentin Merlin said to be available for around £7-8 million. I think even though he is 21, this is excellent value. He is a massive upgrade on Greg Taylor and Alex Barnaby. He is said to be on 7.7 thousand per week at Nantes, and so again a player who would fit very much into our budget for wages and salary, and I would be delighted if Celtic do go through with that transfer. That just about brings us to the end of today's news update. Planning to do a brief pre-game review, pre-game preview of the Kilmarnock game on Sunday, and also the women's team's game against Hamilton also on Sunday, and we'll do that tomorrow, as well as updating on any further news of players coming in and out the club, and also updating on the injury status of CCV and any potential new contracts being signed. Remember, please like and subscribe, and do have a wee look at the quiz questions and the videos in the community section of the channel, and speak to you again tomorrow.